grand evening to everybody.
Grand evening to you guys.
I want that class.
Alrighty. Peace, love, and law, everyone. Welcome to In God We Trust Academy podcast and our season finale of Work Session Season 7. We got about a few more minutes before we get started, guys. Just want to make sure everybody locked in with us. Peace, love, and law. Grand day to you as well. Few more minutes, guys. Four more minutes. Alrighty, family. Let's make a few announcements with you guys. Don't forget about the MNRP raffle ticket giveaway. As of right now, you get 2 tickets. It's $10 a ticket. So if you get 2 tickets, you automatically get a free ebook as well, and also the chance to win a 2026 Toyota Camry, as well as cash prizes for second, third, and fourth place. So if you buy, you get let's see, 6 tickets, that gets you 3 ebooks. And if you get 10, that gets you all 3 ebooks plus a free work session class of your choice. Okay. You also get that as well. So the ebooks is Killing the Presumption of Death. You get that. Also, foreclosure, defending your property rights. That's the ebook that comes with it, as well as the creditor slayer. Okay. So that will definitely happen for you. Also, don't forget about the Lawful Money Masterclass that we're going to have December the 13th. It is also live streaming in person. Right now, we got an early bird special. It is at $150. The regular price is $200. So this is for both live stream and in person. Doesn't matter. Either or, however you may choose to do it. All right. November the 13th is the cutoff day for the early bird special. But again, you guys are more than welcome. Now, here's what you're going to get. Automatically, if you get that, get in on the early bird special today and today only. So today, meaning October the 29th, 2025. If you get this today, you will automatically get those 3 ebooks that comes along with it. All righty. No, there's no swap outs or anything like that, guys. That's just what it is, just so we be clear on those things. But other than that, man, it's been a great journey of getting here. You can always catch us on what you see on the screen here. In God We Trust Academy on the tube, on the book. We on Eric King Obey In God We Trust Academy there. Instagram, In God We Trust Academy, and Grand Wazir _MNRP. And then TikTok, MNRP 619 2020. And then, of course, Twitch, In God We Trust Academy. So check us out there, guys. As always, man, it has been nothing but great, a beautiful season that we have traveled up until this moment in time. And it's time to get started. So let's see what we got up in here, man. Today is pretty much a celebration day of our accomplishments and things of that nature. We're going to get some Q&As. We're going to hear maybe some more testimonies and things of that nature as well. And just, just to, you guys to kind of keep sharing your experiences and stuff. I know there's more different people here than last time, especially on 6 o'clock. Some of you guys work and stuff like that as well, too. So I get it. Also, we're going to be doing a few giveaways as well. And we're going to make sure that we reach out to you guys so that you can make sure that you get on. So that means, like, whether you're on TikTok platform or whatever platform, we're going to make sure that we do something good with you guys today. Other than that, how's everybody in here today?
All is well. How you today?
Oh, good, man.
Great.
Good,
How about
bro.
yourself?
Oh, no.
I'm sad.
Hold on. Just a second.
Because you had to pay.
You say you sad. Why are you sad?
My mother's ex-fiance got detained by ICE today, and he was the provider of the household. We're coming from a treatment appointment today, so we don't know what to do at this moment.
Well, you always got due process of law at your hand. So make sure due process of law is followed. But other than that, everybody else in here, how y'all doing? Y'all good? Everybody's okay?
Yes.
Yes, all good.
All right, then. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. Well, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to go ahead and get started, guys. This is the season finale of season 7. Then we'll take about a good week off, maybe 2. We'll just have to see, and then we'll get ready to roll right into season 8. Okay? So let's talk. Let's hit the record button and let's get this thing going. Welcome to In God We Trust Academy, season 7, and this is the finale of that today. And as always, we appreciate each and every last one of you for your participation and showing up, making everything possible and doing what we do, man. All praise to the Most High for everything that has transpired up until this very moment and allowing us the meeting of the minds again and being able to take this knowledge and wisdom and apply it in our daily lives, and just having perseverance to be able to execute, never steering away, having time plus consistency, knowing that we're going to continue to grow within the word first and foremost, and just operating within that, man. All praise, and I mean all praise to the Most High as well. Everything that you guys hear from this point on is for educational, religious purposes only. Anybody seeking any form of legal advice, please do seek a legal advisor, as it is my religious duty to speak my religious truth and experiences here with you guys today. Man, season 7, guys, here we are at the closing of it, man. And it's been a climb for sure. I'll say from my perspective of season 7. Season 7, I really wanted us to focus on, because if you remember coming in out of season 6, and we were literally just came out of the mastering lawsuit classes, stuff like that, right? During that, and we were trying, pushing more up on that to show that we are not afraid of court and to handling procedures and dealing with court. I think a lot of people, like I say, know the law. You read the law, you study the law. But when it comes to that court, man, people try to find out and make every excuse not to go to court to deal with the actual situation. And there's due process in everything, okay? And we're going to speak on some of those things today as well. But that was my main thing, for us to push due process of law and truly understanding the law, knowing how to assert that right at all times, being able to recognize truth, proof, law, and relief, and actually being able to accomplish those things. Because without it, any of this that we've been doing, it means nothing. All roads lead to court. If you can't settle it privately, then you need to be able to settle it publicly through court, right? And that's really what the main goal of what this was today. And also just learning your position if you're operating from trust and stuff like that, being aware of your contracts, reading them, holding these companies, et cetera, accountable as well. So just that was the main purpose of this particular season. Season 8 is going to be a whole lot greater with a few more other things. I've already started preparing on that, but that's what this season was about. And I think that we pretty much accomplished that just by listening to a lot of different things that you guys have been through or handling or handled or whatever the case may be. So, it's been definitely a great journey on that. So that is what is intentions. Now, the question is, did we get that across to you? That's what the question is. Were you able to fully receive that? And for those of you that actually sat in every class, because some of you you've been in every single class this work session. Some of you are gold members and you also received it and have the time to learn on your own. I know sometimes you don't have to, get to do all of it, but this is your opportunity. So I feel like for the most part, due to your guys' testimonies, we did an okay job for that, for sure. So with that being said, guys, I'm finna open this up. Is there any testimonies at this time or questions? We're gonna do both, but I like to start with testimonies first, if possible. If you're not, then we'll catch you later down the road. Anybody that got a testimony right now, you're more than welcome to speak before we continue on. Mrs. Parks.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good.
Good. You caught me off guard the other day because I was a little stressed out. I didn't really get a chance to give my testimony. But I did want to share with you all what my testimony actually was, because I kind of think I was rambling that day. I vaguely remember that day. But I have dismissed, I had a creditor case dismissed for my husband. I actually did that, and that's pretty much using all the tools that you've been teaching, of course, with the 2 classes I got, the Defend and Conquer and the How to Sue or something like that. So I was able to get that case dismissed. I was stressed out that day because I felt like my attorney was, going to withdraw, which I kind of figured she was. She did. I kind of put the pressure on her about what her strategy strategy was and why she wasn't using the evidence that I've provided. You know, I was, $80,000 and I'm like, what the hell are we doing? And but I didn't pay all of that, but I still have a balance. But I started to ask her questions and she started feeling the pressure. Of course, she withdrew, and it's only I feel like the only way I was able to get through this, that I have been able to get through this court case, is because I have sat in a lot of these classes and picked up the knowledge that you've been putting out there. I've used what I can retain in the instances that I've been placed in, and I can say that I can see a difference in me personally as far as feeling confident about what my actual rights are and speaking up for myself, because I feel like the knowledge you've given me has provided me a voice. May not use it that often or as much as I would like to, but I do want to thank you for, just being in my sphere for me to even encounter that space with you. I still remember the night I met you. And so if it were not for the fact that I was stressing out and fell asleep on that sofa that night, my phone did some weird shit, and next thing you know, you were on my screen, and I locked in with you. And I'm not where I want to be, but like Ricardo say, like you always say, time plus consistency equals growth. While I have my life is a complete circus, it's a complete circus. I am grateful for the things that I have now. Before I may had no issues. Now I'm knee deep in some shit. So I'm just thankful that you were my northern star. So that's all I have to say. So that's my my testimony. Don't catch me off guard like that no more. I'm not gonna be your friend.
Thank you. And all praise to the Most High for sure. Is there anybody else? Raise your hands. Go ahead, Cardo.
I could completely agree. Can you hear me?
Yep.
You hear me? Yeah. I can completely agree with what she said right now, and I feel actually the same identical way that she does. At first I used to feel so overwhelmed and scared of court, and feel a certain type of way with authority, and now it feels like I've been transformed into a whole different mindset, a whole different person, a whole different. It's a whole different look in the eyes that we see it now, that we actually understand even a sliver of it, because we're so far. I feel so far from where you guys are at, but I feel so strong mentally and emotionally, and just regurgitating it and continuously doing that part of it. That's the key aspect that I feel like has transformed me. That's the key aspect, the drive of wanting to do this consistently and liking to do this, because I love doing this. It's like it's something that's calling to me,
right?
And it feels so good to do it. Yeah, and you are the star, bro. You're the light that I don't know how, what, I think I remember meeting you through someone else that sent me a video from you, and ever since then, I seen how you articulated yourself. I seen how you moved, and it was like, damn, I gotta get into this. I started watching your lives, and once I seen it was like this, I was like, I gotta get in the group chat. Like I had to get into the work session, and ever since I did, everything's changed. But it has been more stressful. I can understand. That's why I relate to that. But it's a good stressful feeling. It's a powerful feeling to feel that way, and to know what to do next. At least just staying one step ahead is how I always felt this I've always felt that part being easier, just staying one step ahead. What would they react to after I filed this? So just staying that at a distance is what's helping me. My testimony was gonna be tomorrow's my court date, but I did the whole thing with the judicial notice, and I filed it into the courts, and I gotta go tomorrow so I can press them on everything that I have, and I feel organized. I feel that power. Even though I know the nerves get to us when we get up there, and I know all of that extra stuff, but I got ways around all that. Sometimes I try to just pray on it. I try to just do what the spirit calls, you know, and it always seems to work out. Well, whatever it is, you know. So I highly appreciate you and everything that you do. Yeah, that's it, man. Thank you. I highly appreciate you. Every one of you guys, because your testimonies also was helping me.
Right.
So thank you, guys.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I said, when it just, and this for everybody. Everybody wins. Everybody wins when you come in here and you learn something. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go and, you know, some of y'all don't even really have problems. Hell, y'all barely outside doing anything. So, you know what I'm saying? But you're here to learn anyway. And that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's an accomplishment within yourself. That's why I say we here to celebrate that we made it through season 7. We in what? The October? Been going since when? How long we do this one? When did we start? I can't remember.
I think July.
Was it
July
the
20, was it
July?
July
End of July
22nd?
going into August, right? So we'll just say
Yeah,
August.
about July.
Yeah, so you know, three strong months for real. That's pretty freaking good. That's a lot of hours that you put in into reading, into studying, to and that's the thing about us, like whether you wanted to read or not, it's gonna get read in here. We're gonna read it. So we're gonna make it through the reading process. And I guess it's all good to read it together and then gain an understanding from it from there too, instead of reading something by yourself all the time. And I get that part too, but you know, you accomplished that. So just know that y'all did make it through this season 7 though, for sure. And if you're new here with us, man, just be ready for season 8 because it's coming. 2 weeks. Don't forget, everybody already is all of you guys is already put in sent the email to be in work sessions. You don't have to do that no more. You'll just be dropped a link and saying, hey, season 8 is ready. All right. And pretty much, like I say, we're gonna already pretty much gave the date that we're gonna do it on. So, you know, y'all know what's up. But Sovereign One Maxwell, what's up?
Greetings to all.
What's going on, brother?
You the man. I want to say, bro, for the past 3 years, I got a nice testimony. I've been learning a lot from you, and everything that I've learned has basically boiled down to this moment. Couple of months, last month, my child's mother, I think I kind of explained it to you. You know, she went down, filed ex parte and harassment order and some more nonsense,
Right.
because everybody asked her to see my child, and she's trying her best to deny me that right. So she went and did this to make it look like there's something going on with, you know what I'm saying, between us. So my testimony, instead of me going down to the court, what I did, I went down there a couple of times, and I had to find out exactly where everything was, because when I was going down there, it was too much confusion about where the case was actually at. They kept saying it was upstairs in the state, the city, this, that, and other. So what I did was I just came to the house, looked up the judicial commissioners and found out who everybody was, sent a nice little letter to them. And now the warrant was online, you know what I'm saying, with the Shelby County Sheriff's Department. But the warrant came offline, and it's just, I guess they're trying to hold it within the bill, you know, within the court, the circuit with the ground floor between them and the Judicial Commission. Mm-hmm. So my testimony is I got one half of it done. I got it off of the internet. So tomorrow I'm in the process of making sure that the next half of my testimony comes true, because I'm gonna go ahead and send in another. I'm gonna let her know that right now she's basically in judicial misconduct. She's following the official misconduct. She's violating 42 USC 1983, 1985, USC 241, 242, and it just continues to break on down. Then I'm gonna do all this and send this out to her, the General Sessions Court clerk, and the Judicial Commission off in Nashville. So in season 8, I should, and I'm pretty sure it's done for, because when the warrant disappears off the website, it's basically over with, because that's where everything is put for public information.
Right.
So that's those are my two. One half of my testimony, and the other half will come on season 8, because I'm pretty sure it won't be over with before then. But I wanted to say that everything that you have taught me, everything that I have seen, learned, that I've been shown, I've applied it, and I have seen nothing but success come from it. Everything except for the income tax. I got to do that next year, and the lawful money from the bank. Got to get that done too. But everything else, my brother, word for word, whatever you said, it came true. You know what I'm saying? And my testimony is basically on the fact of, it's not one thing that you have put out there that has not been so. It's not one thing that you have said that could not be done. It only takes the mind, the time, and just like you said, with those two in line, you can make things happen. But when you don't put the mind and the time together, then you get nothing. So I want to thank you for these past 2 years that you didn't know me, and this year that I'm finally getting into the work sessions. I want to thank you. I want to testify and say, brother, without your help, I know for a fact a lot of things wouldn't have got done. But I thank you for everything you've done. I ask God to bless you and your family, and may He continue to put this in you, the truth, so that you can speak it for those of us that don't know it fully. Thank you.
Amen.
Fully receive that. Fully receive that. And congratulations to you on that. I already know you're going to win, because I know how diligent you is. So you're not going to let the folks get away. So I know that's a win. We're going to already count that as a win. We just be ready for you to say it. And that's just like time got to catch up. But we know the win is there for sure. Absolutely.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Don't be scared.
Oh, and one last thing. I had a TPO where the girl was, the business partner, the former business partner was trying to get 12 months protective services. I argue just good enough to get it at 6 months. So I count that as a win. So she didn't get her full 12 months. She got 6 months. She also, I'm actually going to court in a few days here. So I guess for season 8, I could tell you how I did on this. But I'm praying, I'm asking for the Spirit of God to, guide me in the proper, direction, so that I could, get what I deserve. So
Absolutely.
just, yeah. All right. Thank you
When
so much
When
again.
you guys do motions and motions get granted, that's a win, bro. I'm serious. To be able to develop and put a motion on the record, and you got to remember, you come from, a lot of y'all just sat in here maybe a couple weeks ago, a few months ago, and then you out here doing stuff, you winning cases, you doing, you know what I'm saying, you using what you are seeing and utilizing that. That's a major. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if it didn't work out to the fullest of how you felt, whatever it is, you held your own, and you look competent enough to continue the procedures in the court. They didn't want to question you and make sure that you need some type of counsel, or making sure that you competent or whatever. They know you were. So, and if by you operating those things, you won. I mean, I've heard so many things that we've heard these people backing down from, just from the things that you guys are filing, the lawyers looking crazy, they not prepared, but you walked in prepared. That's major. Do not ever, and I mean ever, overlook any of that, fam. You cannot. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's your power. Like, to be able to even do that, you've been growing up the whole time thinking that if you ain't a lawyer, you ain't supposed to be filing and doing nothing on a case. But look at you right now and look at what you're doing and able to do. And that's something, like, for real. And I don't want y'all to take light of that in any way. You getting stuff removed out of your credit report, you doing all this stuff, and you succeeded in building your credit, man. Hey, be grateful. We wasn't taught that. You had to figure this out, learn it on your own, and that ought to give you confidence to know that hey, you can do it. You can learn something new. You're able and capable of doing this. These people are not smarter than you. They're not more intellect than you or anything like that. You just got to give yourself a chance, and that's what it takes, right? And I'm glad we're able to also help build the confidence in here with you guys. All right, what's up, Mel?
Peace, family. What's going on?
All is well. What's good?
Yes, sir. So today I had court. I had 2 traffic cases, and what they did, they was criminal. They put them together. So when one of the cases been going on for about a year. I just been having so much going on, so I kind of been prolonging it. So last time I was in court, the prosecutor seen it. He was like, it was obstruction of justice, because I ain't went for some my license. So normally this is what they say, obstruction. So the prosecutor was like, next time, which was I think I was in court in September, and he was like, next time you come to court, you got to take care of this bet. Next time was the day. So I went to court. I'm ready. A lot of people in there. When the prosecutor called me up, he was like, how you want to handle it? I was like, should we take this to trial? As soon as I said trial, he like, this ain't trial court, so I'm gonna have to reschedule. I'm like, dang. So I'm like, cool. So he turned around after he gave me a date, and he said to me, trial court is a little different. He was like, you might want to go think about getting a lawyer. He said, because you're going to go and get somebody who got a law degree. Boy, I about gave him the business right then and there, but I just kept it cool. I'm like, all right, bet, no problem. So, yes, small, but, I'm going to try to take care of it before my court date into January. But, I'm trying to file something. And I also had another ticket. This was a couple months ago, and I was just going through my tickets. And I had called the court just trying to make sure everything matched up. And I can't find the I was like, dang, what happened to this court case? So I called the court back, and I'm giving the lady the case number, and she's like, oh, that case has been disposed of. And I had filed the taxes on this. This was some months ago. I had filed the tax on it, and I guess they just dismissed. I had forgot all about it. So
Yeah, they don't like when you
that's
start
my
putting that tax on their ass.
and the case just disappeared. I had forgot all about it.
And I told you it will disappear. They won't say nothing. They'll dispose their case so fast. So yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome, man.
So I just want to
Congratulations.
say appreciate you for everything, man.
Oh yeah, man. And I think was it this season or last season? But anyway, just your fam being out, stuff like that, like everything that you did, and just seeing your due diligence in that part, bro. Like that was dope too. So a lot of us is in here are witness to that as well. So appreciate you and your due diligence, bro.
Well, I appreciate you, man.
All right, Get It Done Credit Services. Get it done. I know that's real.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. What's up?
Hey, yeah, so my name is Dexter, and I was this is my first time actually. I was referred by someone. I'm in Florida. I was actually referred to join the class, and obviously that means a lot because obviously you kind of know what you're doing, right? So I'm dealing with a federal case, right? So I hear that you're talking about motions and all this being filed, and I'm literally, as soon as you're saying it, I'm like, oh my goodness, he's literally saying everything that I'm doing now. So I don't know if you can kind of give me some advice, but I'm invoking equity in my case. My case is relatively new. I have not gotten to a discovery yet, and I'm taking the lawyer off of my case right now. I'm literally got court tomorrow for a withdrawal, and I have to refile the motions because the motion that I did prior got rejected because obviously she's still technically
right.
Because and it's exactly. So any type of advice, I want to go in there prepare as far as like rebutting all obviously the presumptions. Is there any type of advice? Should I use equity? Should I,
Before we say anything, what kind of case is it?
It's a federal.
Okay, federal.
It's a federal case, an indictment.
So you being federally indicted on, is it what kind? Because like, in order for me to say, I gotta truly understand the intent of the charge, what actually happened.
Okay.
So when y'all ask me stuff like this, like I really have to know everything. I would need to know the intent of the like, what's the charge, so I can understand the intent, the nature, and then even then, I need to know like exactly what kind of happened, so I can know about due process and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I get it. So they're alleging that aggravated identity theft and bank fraud. This is a case that happened I think 6 or 7 years ago. So I got a 6-7 page indictment. They really go into detail. So I'm just trying to see, is it best to invoke equity, putting them on fiduciary, because I did file a 56 form, placing the clerk of the court on as obviously the fiduciary. So is it where, I guess, in the point of the case, should I bring up taxes? How many taxes have been filed on this case? Just hopefully that makes sense.
When you say, let me explain. Equity means what's fair and doing what ought to be done. So even when you make motions for stuff, that's in form of equity. If you first need to see what you even been charged with, what they even have as evidence to even charge you with, and anytime when they say the word fraud, they have to prove willful intent to do so. So at any time that you create a reasonable doubt in that, then it defeats the willful intent, which will definitely remove any form of personal jurisdiction they have, because there's no cause of action there's no state of claim here to grant any form of relief in it. So that's why you got to be mindful of that as well. But if I was you, I'm going to make sure, always make sure everybody on the case is lawfully there to be in the case. Everybody, from the judge to, I don't care who it is, everybody. And if they're going to be acting and doing what they need, they're doing. They also got to have bonds for liability, just in case anybody do anything wrong in this particular case as well. You got to make sure everybody's holding their positions lawfully. That's going to set the tone itself, just to know that you mean business about what you're doing, first and foremost. So you got to be able to set the tone. But again, you need to fully look at the nature of the actual case and all the charges that they're trying to charge you with. How did they go about getting the evidence and stuff like that? Start dealing with one of the most easiest things, which is due process. And if you can find any error in that, then you can literally get the case dismissed for sure, or knock the counts down just according to the counts that they're trying to charge you with. But when you say moving in equity, you saying taxation, now you want to ask about bid bonds. Were you ever arrested at any time, and did you have to bond out?
I was arrested when they because I was, they did arrest me. But I was only in there for like 7 hours, and now I'm on an ankle monitor right now under the conditions.
But you bonded out, right?
No, I didn't bond out. It was like a release. They released me.
Oh, hell no.
So it was on the conditions.
So you didn't have to pay no money at all? No money?
Nothing.
No bond?
Nothing. They put. Yeah, that's what this is my first federal case. So obviously
they still have to. So this is there on their fault. So now we got to understand how this case is even being bonded at this particular time, if they didn't do that up on your release. So now you got the right to know all bonds, bid bond, performance bond, the payment bonds, and those obligations to seek out as well. You can do a motion to compel those things as well too, because
I just
you
did
have
that.
a right.
I just did it. Yep.
You say what now?
No, a motion can compel. Like, are you speaking about the accounting?
Yeah, you got a right to know those things too as well.
Yeah, I've actually got a motion going in for that as well. It's actually, I just sent it out. So, thank you. I appreciate it. But when you say due process, are you talking about the Sixth Amendment?
Well, that's the right to face your accuser type stuff.
Of the Constitution?
Due process is everything, though. It's everything from them coming, how they gathered their evidence, how they came and arrested you, what did they do, how did they process you, how did they apply these things. Was you able to jump in front of a magistrate immediately? You said 7 hours and you was placed on the ankle monitor. Did you see a magistrate before all of that?
Yes,
Judge,
I did. I was in. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you still got due process still though. So now that means that you got to make sure they file everything correctly. It's just a lot, man, and especially when it comes to a federal case, you're gonna want to see everything, every single piece of paper that has been signed, any form of conversations, accusers, anybody that's acting as an informant in the situation. You get depositions to all of this. Like, it's just to be on top of everything. And I have what. Go ahead.
No, they also put like a certificate of. They were saying that it wasn't any type of entities that had any type of financial interest in the case, and I knew that was a lie because I looked up my case on Emma, and my case number was attached to Emma search. It was attached to like Arkansas Trust or something. So it was my court case was connected to a bond.
That's what I was
So
trying to say at first.
say that again.
That's what I was saying at first. So
Right.
it's
Right.
definitely gonna have its own because it has to because the minute they create the charge, it creates a penal sum. Anytime that there's a penal sum, etc., there's bonds. That's why they considered you to be bonded to this particular case. So you got the right to the bill of particulars to see all of this stuff. But I mean, it could go a whole lot deeper in what you
Yep,
want.
I just
But
get that motion
like I
too.
say, evidence, getting the evidence first. Then knowing how you want to move from there is
Okay,
going to
just
be
evidence.
everything. Yeah, you got to see it. You got to be able to see what they're trying to use against you first. Because it's hard to say unless you just know off the rip they violated due process and you can do a motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction. But you're dealing with the Fed. So the Fed kind of do a little things a little bit more tighter than others, but that don't mean they don't mess up because they get sloppy. They humans too. They ain't just
Exactly.
perfect people.
So can I ask for the accounting before discovery or after I get the evidence?
I mean, you asking for that to be a part of discovery. Because
True.
if
Okay,
you
I
did a
appreciate it.
motion for production of anything, that's part of discovery. It's already filed in.
Okay,
So
got you. Got you. I'm doing a hearing for all the bill of particulars, the rules, all that discovery, all that stuff. So I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm setting it tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to tap in and follow you from now and we'll go from there. But I appreciate your insight.
the best
And
thing to do is
you
I
know,
got a defend and conquer class right now, and that's what I would
okay,
do. And I'll give it to you at half off. If you want it, send us an email. We'll make
okay,
sure you get it at half off. But defend and conquer, that's what you're gonna need to help you out, bro, for sure.
okay. Do I send it to the email that I received the link from?
Yes.
Okay, cool, perfect. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. Thank you for your
Yeah,
insight.
may God be with you.
Yep, you too. Yep. Okay, bye bye.
All right.
I'm here.
Anybody else? What's up?
I got a testimony up.
Go ahead.
So I actually got a couple testimonies. Honestly, I've been working in the back, you know, doing little things here and there. But I got a client, basically they was facing a foreclosure and it wasn't one of those non-judicial states, so all they did was send them the information about a sale. I went in and we actually sued them on their behalf and we won. Beat the foreclosure. They get to stay in their house and they get their deed, which obviously they should have been had. They get the money that they already paid into the mortgage, they get that back. Mind you, they was only a month late when they decided to file to sell the house. Never missed a payment before, but they decided to just act like that, I guess. I don't know. Second testimony, I have been going up against a couple of debt collectors and I won. On my cousin had a repossession.
Mhm.
I won. It was a $75,000 car. We won, and they owe. I think it's like $250,000 they got to pay.
Congratulations on that as well.
Thank you.
Great
Thank you.
job.
That's
But yeah,
fire.
that's it.
That's fire for real. Just to be able to
Appreciate it.
again. How long you been doing this?
A couple of years now, I would say. But I started from nothing.
That's
I
what I'm
started
saying.
with no knowledge.
So I'm trying to make sure everybody else understand that. And it's just the due diligence of being able to stay around it, study it, take it,
And
make it
tell them how
yours,
old you are, Arrington.
and make it happen. What you say to me, Todd?
I told him, tell him how old you are, girl.
I'm 25. I've been doing this since I was 22 or 21.
You own it. You own it.
Way to go.
You know.
So congratulations to you on that. I know there's gonna be plenty, many more to come for sure. Keep working. You know what I'm saying? Always, and that's what it takes. So I'm glad to hear that. All praise to the Most High. Facts. Keep saying we ain't go to school for this. Somebody said, "Yeah, we did." In God we trust. Nah, you You went to your home school. You went, this is what you did, man. But it's amazing to hear. Is there anybody else that got something or a question?
Hey, I have a question, Eric.
Okay, Bailey.
So I'm working on sending in bills of exchange and a couple other documents for credit cards to discharge or set off. And in one of the classes, you gave a bill of exchange that at the top it says bill of exchange / negotiable instrument. And then the next document you gave is the international bill of exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm working on the one that's domestic, and it has a private account number, and I couldn't find anywhere where you say what that number is supposed
Well,
to be.
this is what I'm gonna tell you to do.
Okay.
First, you don't gotta do none of that. Make them validate the debt. If they don't validate the debt and show proof of what you want and full accounting of what you want, then that's when you hit them with a court of satisfaction to settle out, because they did not fulfill all obligations in the contract, which is definitely being transparent with you about the chain of title and things of those nature. So now you just go get you a regular money order, slap you, I don't know, you can, let's say you just want to, in good faith and value consideration, you're going to settle out for $100 and you're going to walk away. You do that, it's nothing they can do. And you made an offer to do so. So if they say anything or try to make any threats to you to collect the debt, first you let them know that you are not paying anyone that cannot invalidate any form of debt, and that you want all calls to cease and desist. For every call and communication they make with you from that point is $1,000. You can either directly go and sue them for misrepresentation, fraudulent, things of that nature, or you can wait till they try to sue you and have all your evidence ready to go in court and do a counterclaim in that particular setting. Totally up to you. But either way, just be prepared, because they're not going to be able to answer.
Okay, so in this class, you had instructed to send like three things all at once.
Listen to what
but
I'm telling you.
okay.
You want to go back, you can go back. But if you want to take what I'm telling you now and not have to worry about what you're trying to do, because what I do know is the way you sound, if they come at you, you're not going to be able to protect yourself.
Okay, so just request the validation, and then the money order happens after
Yeah,
what, 15
just
days
give
after
them-
they don't
request
answer?
a validation on exactly how you want the debt to be validated to you, and that you want to do this. This is an assurance to you, because you want to make sure. You want to know that who you're paying is the one who's that you're supposed to pay. You want to make sure that the servicer that is servicing has the chain of title or the assignment, et cetera, to do so. If they do not, and usually the chain of title will be broken and stuff like that. If they do not, it's over. So that's why I'm saying use that to your advantage first. That creates a dispute for you. Now you can come through with the accord of satisfaction. Because, like I said, if you try to do that other stuff and they come at you and they say, hey, this is forgery for such and such, what you gonna do?
I don't know.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
can I say something?
So make sure that you understand that what I'm telling you. Yeah, go ahead.
If you looking to use a bill of exchange, that means you looking to do some type of plea. And if you looking to do that, I would suggest you do a plea of tender rather than give a negotiable instrument. A
That's
negotiable
true.
instrument can be seen as you trying to pull one over and be sneaky, but a plea of tender, just laying it all out there and it's just saying like, hey, I don't agree or disagree with the facts, but
But
this is what it is. That's
she in
actually how
court. Are you in
that
court
works.
yet?
No, not at all.
I'm sorry, she ain't in court.
Oh,
But
okay.
if you were in court, definitely what she just said is a plea of tender. But what I'm telling you
Yep.
is, all I'm saying is this, and this to everybody out there. If you know you cannot step into a court and know how to defend anything that deals with a negotiable instrument that you are trying to do not do it. There are other ways to discharge or set off a debt than just a freaking negotiable instrument every time. All you got to do is make sure they validate the debt. You don't got to pay nobody that can't prove that you owe them. That's just like me telling you right now, you owe me. You're going to say, well, show me. What is contract? And if I can't show it to you, or if I show you anything that looks like a copy of something, then you can say, okay, I need to examine the original, because you can say that's not your signature. You can say whatever the case you want to be. That puts it all into jeopardy and dispute. Now we got to start looking at the account, the transfer, and things of that nature. When they can't show that, when that happens, now they in trouble. They in a very deep situation that they're not going to be able to get out of. So I would definitely go in that manner of doing that. Now, has it been done with international bill of exchange and stuff like that, whether by court or stuff? Yeah, I've seen it done one before myself. But again, I can just tell the way you asked that question, you're not ready for it. And I'm definitely not going to say it on here for others to go do something stupid.
Okay, so and once they can't provide that validation, I'm disputing that debt. How do I enforce that? If they continue trying to collect, or
see, now you gotta know how to sue.
Like,
now you gotta know how to either do a declaratory judgment, maybe an injunction, if it deals with some type of car, some of that nature, house. But when you talking about, since you talking about credit cards and stuff like that, you just gotta make sure they know how to, they gotta validate the debt, and that's what it is. And then now you can take it straight to court and do a civil claim against them. However you want to do it. It could be small claims. If you want to do it in a federal court, and they are violating the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act as well, because they don't got proof. So if they don't got proof, then they can't be out here trying to practice collecting of a debt either. So you got to know that part. So, it's just being able to absolutely be able to know the cause of action that you're trying to see and go about using, and able to implement that and do it in the public court. The reason when you said negotiable instrument, the reason why I didn't say anything, because I know you can't go take that and put it in a court and represent it and saying that you made an offer, you made a tender, you tried to this or whatever. But if you start off with the validation of the debt, and then like she say, if you get into court and then, or they try to tell y'all to settle after, and then you offer a plea of tender and it's that way, oh man, makes a world of a difference then. So hope that makes sense to you.
okay. It does. Thank you.
And I'm not knocking you or anything. I can just tell the way you ask. And I don't want to jeopardize yourself or your family when you not ready for that yet.
Yeah, I get that. Thanks.
All right. And Karen, what's up?
Hey, Eric. I don't think I have a testimony. I'll let you decide what it is. So this is what happened. I received a summons like last month for LVNV, debt collector. And what I did was simply I just built and I filed like my full response packet, like an affidavit of truth, motion to dismiss. I included my fee schedule and all other documents that I need to write. So I appeared in justice court challenging their evidence, right? So they can validate the debt. That's pretty much what I wanted them to do. Right. And they didn't really have anything but some old statements, right? But here's the deal. They were valid. I wanted them to validate the debt because that they're saying that I owe, but in actuality, the debt was already paid to the original creditor, right? Because the original creditor, I presented payment to them and they closed the account once I presented payment. And then they end up selling the debt to the debt collector. So fast forward, here we are now. I went to court and then I ended up objecting based on like the Mississippi Rule of Evidence 602 because they presented this affidavit. It's just like hearsay. So the judge, once I objected, the judge was like, do you have a number where we can contact you? And that was it. And so I gave him, he had my information. And so then I ended up calling back and then they say the judge actually ruled for the plaintiff.
They can't do that.
Right. So he didn't hear anything else that I said. So he ruled for the plaintiff.
They did stuff without you being present in court. Whatever was going to be done at that time had to be done then. They can't just walk off and do it that way.
Yeah. So because he said that someone will be contacting you in a day or two. So he pretty much just stopped the case. Well, they waited for everyone to leave the courtroom. It was just a few people left in there. So they pretty much just stopped the case. I didn't say anything else. I couldn't say anything else. And then when I ended up calling back, they said, okay, the judge already ruled and they ruled in the plaintiff's favor. But you can appeal, you have 30 days to appeal, but within 10 days, if you don't do anything, of course, they'll issue a judgment and start garnishment or whatever. So today I went, to file the appeal. Of course, it's going to be the value of what they're, taking me to court for. Right. So, I'm not stuck or anything like that. I pretty much know that I'm going to, the county court now. So by doing that, they'll actually be able to hear me, because I do understand now that judge is limited with what he can hear, the justice court judge. Is that correct? I'm assuming that's what it is. That's what I've been reading. So
well, that's something different
this is like
on certain other matters. But at the end of the day, you did a motion to compel those things, right?
Yeah.
So
I actually
go ahead.
I did. I'm sorry. I actually did a motion to compel. I did a motion to dismiss it with a memorandum, and I did a counterclaim as well.
So the point is, y'all can't even go to another procedure till those things are heard upon. Any motion needs to either be granted or denied. If you haven't done that, and if he just literally made a judgment without doing that, that violates due process of law. So really, you can literally do a writ of mandamus from the higher court to the lawyer, to the higher court to demand the lower court to make sure that it has a hearing on those particular because it's a violation of due process.
So what they're saying is, I pretty much have to pay the bond, right? The civil bond for the appeal, and then once it gets on the docket, the county judge will determine if they'll do a new case or actually review the record.
Do a motion to
based
vacate.
on the judge's decisions from the lower.
You should do a motion to vacate and then put a judicial notice in with it, because those things that you have filed into it have not been denied or granted. It has to be a hearing on the situation. And if you ask for these things to be presented and the evidence that they didn't deny or say anything and then went on to make a judgment, that violates due process of law.
I figured that. Okay.
Yeah, they can't do that.
Okay.
And they can't they can't tell you that you can go or anything like that and then handle and make a decision. That's not how it works. They have to make it right then and there with you to make any form of objections or anything that you may need to make at that particular time. They took that right away from you. So that's why I'm saying make sure that you put a judicial notice in with it, as well as a motion to vacate that and set aside that judgment for that particular reason, because you got all these other hearings. And you can also let the judge know in that judicial notice, you need to let the judge know of his job and what he can be charged with for his violations.
Okay, so this is because it's still in justice court. So the writ of mandamus and the judicial notice needs to be filed with the justice court. Don't do anything with the.
You need to vacate it first. Like, I'm trying to make sure you exhaust all remedies first. And that's what the appellate court is going to look at. Did you exhaust all remedies in the lower court? So do a motion to vacate the judgment. And if you are sure that he did not have a hearing on any of the motions that you filed, it was neither granted nor denied. They didn't say anything. They just gave a judgment. That is violation of due process.
I am sure, because I appeared yesterday, and then once I objected to what the attorney said, the plaintiff stated, he stopped mid-street. He stopped and said, "Is there a number where we can contact you? We'll contact you in a day or two." That is it. He didn't hear nothing I presented was heard.
Well, that's what you got to do.
Okay, so the motion to vacate the judgment first. Okay.
Motion to vacate and put that judicial notice in. And the reason they got to vacate is because they violating due process law. Any judgment that has been given, and you can put that in the judicial notice, it's void ab initio because they violated due process.
Okay. Thank you, Eric.
Absolutely. Who else had a hand up? Go ahead. Sovereign One, you had your hand up.
Yeah, brother. I know this is gonna be a real short. I got a question. It's one class that you taught a couple of years ago, and everybody went and messed it all up for everybody else because they rushed into it, didn't know what was going on. You understand what class I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. He said
the IRS class. It was an IRS class you taught. No, this was specifically an IRS class you taught. You said that you were not going to put it out there anymore because a lot of people went and got it. They started doing stuff that they didn't have no business doing
Tax
and didn't know how to respond to it.
The
Yeah,
tax
what-
forgiveness class.
Yeah, that class. Now, could you please on one of these group sessions, one of these seasons, can we just please for 3 months go over that so everybody gets a
I
clear
can't do it,
understanding?
I'm gonna tell you why I can't do it. You got people out here that's reaching for $300-400 million, $150 million, and can't even
Oh
go
my
touch $10,000.
Got you.
People going, and that's the thing about people. They gonna overdo it. They don't got no chill. They're gonna max it out to the fullest. I promise you. I already seen it happen. And I just said, you know what? I just rather just stick to talking about lawful money, and I'm gonna let the rest of it be. If you know it, you got it in the past, then so be. But hey, make sure void where prohibited by law. That kills any intent of fraud. I'm gonna keep saying that.
Understood.
Real talk. Cause y'all ain't finna be crying at me. Not saying you. I know you can probably handle yourself, but a lot of people, chasing money instead of really just knowing how to handle yourself. Ready to handle yourself. Cause it's not a joke. It ain't no joke if they come for you. You really gonna be in here sweating balls trying to talk about, can we stay in here a little longer? Nah, we gotta go.
For sure, you messed yourself up.
And I just know, man, and like, you know, I had this one woman, I had a conversation with her, man. She said she did something with 1099s or something. She said from somebody somebody taught her she had a $300 million debt. I said, what made you do that shit?
So she went and filled out for $300 million and they hit her.
They hit her for $300 million.
So that was stupid in the first place.
I'm just saying, but that's the type of shit that you getting from people out here. You know what I'm saying? And I just ain't with it. I can't do
I feel you, brother. Like I said, I knew that conversation was gonna be short and quick to the point. I just thought I'd try.
Yeah, people too carried away. And it's to the point like a lot of people don't even understand this. Let's say you did do it. Let's say you did get some money. If you got the money, and let's say you got a nice little change. Let's say maybe you probably got a couple $100,000. Why you didn't invest in shit? And made it grow. You should be at $1 million by now. That was free. That's like free freaking money. And then they coming back trying to get some. Let's say they try to come back around and try to get something back from you, or say we didn't mean to give you the funds or something like that. Like, man, why did you not invest and flip it, double it, triple it? Then you could have just said, here, that was just like free borrowed money from the treasury quick. They gave you what you wanted. Like, I just that's what I'm saying. And that right here, like just me seeing and knowing that, it just shows me that even if you gave every individual $1 million, I guarantee you a lot of people are still going to be the same people that's in the situation they in now is going to be in the same situation 10 years down the road. And I'm saying that because you're not prepared to deal and manage that type of money. For real.
I feel like they'll be worse off because they'll go buy a whole bunch of stuff instead of taking care of what the problems they already got. They'll go create more problems for themselves.
Money is going to magnify who you are. Real shit. You want to see who people really are? Give them some money. People that got money, you want to see who they really are? Take some money away from them. Those who ain't got it, give it to them. You'll find out who they really are. Those who do got it, take the money from them. You'll find out who they really are. But anytime money is involved, you're going to find out who is who and who is what. But I'm just saying all of that just so everybody know, like, you know, man, it's always a way to save face. And you always speak from a place of, to my understanding. And if this is such and such, void where prohibited by law. That will save your ass. Do everybody here hear me?
Yes, sir.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Like,
Yes, sir.
that's gonna save your ass. Void where prohibited by law. You know what I mean? And and that's a fact. So I just want to make sure because I know how to go for sure. All right, let's see. Ricardo, you had yours. You good? We'll come back to him. He left. Empress, what's up? We'll come back to you, Ricardo.
Okay, so you said being as though we haven't been taught this, but I've been learning it, and I got a new court case against a debt collector or whatever, and I put in my motion to dismiss due to insufficient service of process, lack of standing, and failure to state a claim, and the judge accepted my motion. I go to court on Monday because I did this back in September, but my court date is on Monday, so I'm excited about that. And also I had helped a friend with a collection. And in 24 hours, y'all, that collection was off of the them people didn't want no smoke from Kane and Wayner. That was, I think that was the name of the collection people. So then my two testimonies, I yield.
Congratulations. For sure. Vincent, what's up?
What's up, brother?
What's going on?
You called on me when I was walking into Chipotle to make my order, man. I'm gonna step back out.
All right, we
This is
can
my
come back
first
to you.
time in. No. I'm gonna be able to get that order, man. This is my first time in the class, and I want to, you know what I'm saying, speak my piece and ask a couple questions, talk to you. I just received the link the other day. I actually seen you a couple times online. But I actually got put onto you by another person that follows you or probably was in your seasons. Kiana Stone. That's kind of how I got put up on you by seeing her because I've seen some of the things that she put on Facebook and I started following her.
Yeah, I know.
But long story short, I'm in a court case as well. They filed suit on me. I had a business loan for my business. I have a trucking company. So I had a business loan for my trucking company, and I personal guaranteed it myself as well. So I knew I kind of knew of these things before I got the business loan as well. So long story short, I got the business loan and I paid, whatever it was. Autumn day at the some of the stipulations would it be automatic, automatic ACH out of your account or whatever when you agreed to the loan. So all right, they was doing that. I got the loan in I say February of 2024, and I actually started challenging the validity of it September. I sent him a letter asking for all of the stuff, all of the accounting, UCC 9-210, full accounting, chain of title, adequate assurance, all of these different things or whatever. And of course, I sent it to the bank. The loan is out of Nashville. I'm from West Tennessee, but the loan's out of a bank out of Nashville. I was sending it to the bank, and I sent a couple letters, and eventually, I guess they hired an attorney or they already had him, and he sent me a letter, saying that he had no idea why I was sending these things. The loan wasn't in default, so he don't know why I need to know all of these different things, and that maybe I need to talk to an, kind of like laughing at the things I was saying. I need to talk to an attorney or something like that. So, and refrain from sending the stuff to them and start sending everything to him. So, I started directing it to him. But as I was directing it to him, I still CC'd and sent one to the company as well. But, he's never, long story short, after I sent like 2 or 3 letters demanding these different things, he still never produced anything. He just accelerated said he was going to accelerate the lawsuit. So that's what they did, and then like in January they filed a lawsuit.
So you in a lawsuit?
Yeah, I'm in court
so
now.
See, here's the thing though,
yes,
they
sir.
don't even got a reason to take you because you still was paying, right? Or
I was paying, but then I stopped because they couldn't produce these things.
Okay, now that's why you were supposed to already take them. So now it's the same thing. So now that you in there, you got evidence of you asking for these particular things. You make sure that you put that on the record. And this is for your reason of why you stopped as well, because the debt has never fully been validated. So you make sure that you put that in there.
Yes, I said Yeah, I said all of these things once we got in there. We like I said, the first appearance was in like April. But like I said, of course, it's they sued me and the LLC. But of course, and they say I can't represent the LLC, so
You
this,
ain't
that, and the
representing the
third or whatever.
LLC, but you representing you. If they suing you personally, then and trying to hold you personal liable, you got the right to handle that yourself.
Exactly. Now, that's what I'm doing as well. But as the LLC, long story short, when we first went in there, I filed a motion to dismiss on these grounds, like you said, failure to state a claim when release can be granted. They haven't produced a note. I had to look back at my actual motion or whatever because it was a while back. But when we got in there, I'm talking to them or whatever, and long story short, said, okay, we're gonna take a recess for give you time to hire a lawyer or this, that, and the third, which I never planned on hiring a lawyer from the beginning. But that's what they doing. She's like, we're not gonna do this, we're not, and I'm like, well, he still hasn't produced all of these different things, but he done brought me to court, you know what I'm saying? And she said, well, he's gonna have to produce them. I'm actually gonna make him produce it. And she said he actually has 30 days to produce these things, right? And this was in I want to say whatever day he missed the deadline, and I have an email
now,
from him.
If he missed the deadline, you got to move for a default judgment right then and there. And you also put a judicial notice in stating that the deadline has been reached. They have not did they ask for any continuance before the deadline was reached? If they haven't did that, that also misses out on it. So the only thing they could absolutely do with that case is dismiss it.
Okay, but let me go further. I didn't put the motion for dismiss after that. I did do a affidavit of fact and a notice of default and record it into the case.
Yeah, but it's not a notice though. A notice don't do anything. It's a motion for default judgment. You got to move the court. You don't need to do a notice. The rules are the rules. Just apply the rules of procedures to the situation, and then you get to walk out of there. The only reason you still going through this is because you didn't assert your right at the timely manner.
Exactly. But now let me tell you, they just gave me a motion. He did a summary judgment against me because first she gave him the summary judgment. I mean the default judgment against the LLC because I didn't have representation. And then I started going on there to try to get them to. Excuse me.
Keep going. I'm just telling you, but they still that's with the LLC. But even with you, because y'all both in the case together as co-defendants, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So with that being said, I'm saying no matter what, if you pulled a card on it, if he did a summary judgment, it couldn't have been against you. It could have only been against the LLC. Because
he did a default judgment against the LLC, but she just gave him a summary judgment against me in September. But I did a motion to vacate it recently.
So why did you?
That's when I said I got in his class.
Hold on. Why did you vacate the judgment?
I'm vacating the judgment because he's never produced the documentation. He's still in default. He's never even provided the discovery.
But you never put a motion in for the default, is what I'm saying. So that was supposed to be done anyway before they could do anything.
Okay.
And see, by you not doing that, it allows for them to do that summary judgment that they doing. But all you got to do is you do a motion to vacate based upon that and show how this violates due process of law. They did not answer on the time. That beats the statute of limitations have came up. There is nothing that they can do. Okay? They didn't ask for a continuance or anything. So the fact that they answered, I don't give a damn if it's a day later. If they answered late, they answered late. And they did not ask for a continuance or anything like that to be able to, or more time to be able to file. And since they didn't do that, then again, it's supposed to be in your favor. So, and it doesn't matter.
Let me ask you this. He asked me when he emailed me, he asked me for more time. Of course, I told him no because the judge said 30 days. But he had to put it on record and ask the judge for more time, correct? Or is it okay that he asked me?
They gonna always ask you. That's what they supposed to do is ask you first. But you can say no because of the statute of limitations. That's just what it is. I'm not giving no grace. You had that long.
Yeah, I definitely told him no.
And not only that, you brought my ass to court. So what do I need to give you grace for anything? You don't. It's no reason here. What we have is a failure to state a cause of action to grant relief.
Yeah. Well, I did the motion, but I think I need to amend it But I also think I need to do maybe some one-on-one or something so we can build it better, make it stronger, because
Nah,
I know they don't have a
all you
case.
gotta do is listen to what I'm saying. You get to
Yep.
you get to do the motion to vacate and put the judicial notice in. Make sure you speak on the statute of limitations of them not filing on the timely manner. Nor did they ask for any form of continuance as well. And I'm saying they would have to put that in motion. They would have to put that on the record to ask for that. All right, and they didn't. They didn't ask the judge
Okay.
or anything like that. All right. So
Okay.
since they didn't, now that motion to vacate needs to be strictly about that due process, the procedure of the law. The judicial notice needs to reflect the same exact thing, because now that means the summary judgment or anything that they have done after that after is considered to be void in ab initio. Right now, what you
Yeah,
doing?
Benicio. Yeah, I know that. I know that.
So what you doing is preserving the record. I don't care what the judge think.
Yep.
I don't care what the other lawyer think. None of that matters. Well, only thing we care about is what we doing. And we preserving the record. Now it shows the higher court, the appellate court, that you have done everything that you're supposed to do according to due process. So now if we have to go through a full appeal, we're going to win. If now you got a right to really do a writ of mandamus and mandate the court to do that because they didn't reach their statute of limitations. And you say
okay.
you did and if you objected on that day when they tried, that also puts you in favor. So you just got to make sure that you're ready in line. Yes, you do got to win on that, but again, it takes you to assert the right in a timely manner. If somebody don't answer to anybody on here, according to the statute of limitations, Ricardo, what you supposed to do? Because you just was going through this.
Yep, same thing, man. Summary judgment right off the back. And if they missed it, that's it, man. They in default. We got them. And mine was like 1 day. Mine was 1 day. It's just like it. Yeah.
Oh, listen, and I brought this up in court, and the judge like shunned me, like, well, I had paused everything at that time and such and such. I said, well, he still to this day hasn't produced he produced the discovery, but it was vague. He didn't answer any other questions. You know what I'm saying? He didn't produce he didn't produce any other documents asked for. He didn't produce accounting. He never gave the original.
The order was set for him to produce something in 30 days, and it was not there. So if it didn't happen, that takes statute of limitations. The judge cannot alter what due process of law say. I don't care what he say. If he paused, time does not pause. There's a statute of limitations according to what needs to be answered in that time. And if that was given, the statute of limitations is up. It's in your favor. You have to move immediately up on the summary judgment for yourself. Or default.
So file a motion to vacate and then default judgment and the summary judgment.
No. Motion to vacate. All right.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And
Motion to vacate
reconsider
first.
the judgment along with a judicial notice because of the statute of limitations due to the answer and production, and nothing has still been produced. So that's what you can let the judge know. You did a summary judgment in favor of the plaintiff, and they never still produced anything, not one thing. Put that on the record.
Yeah. And then also the tickets. I want to ask, 'cause I need to get some of those ebooks, because the trust thing, I actually introduced when they did all of this. I probably did some crazy stuff. That's why I want to talk to you one-on-one. But I need to get my trust all the way together. So that's in the Killing the Presumption book, correct? I mean the ebook.
That's for claiming the estate, dealing with your birth certificate and stuff like that. If you're looking for getting your trust together, we do the trust. We put trust together for people, but you can also look up declaration of trust on the website. So, and that'll show you exactly how to put a full trust together.
Okay. But yeah, some of the foreclosure and the other ebooks, I was trying to see if, I know you said you donate the 2 tickets or whatever. So if I donate 4 tickets, I get to get 2 books.
Yes.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay. And then still, how would I schedule a one-on-one if I need to do that?
And you can go on my website and just look up consultations. It'll tell you, and once you do a sign up for that, we'll go from there.
Okay. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, no problem. All right, Sasha, what's up? Sasha, what's up?
Hey, good evening, brother Eric. How are you?
We're doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Hello? Good, good. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I just had a quick question. Um, I did an appeal for a traffic for a speeding ticket. It was they looked at I put the appeal in March and they ruled against me. Um, so but I didn't do anything about it. I kind of just left it at that. If the time passed, is there anything I could do at this point to try to take it to the higher court? Because it was like an appeal in the lower court.
Yeah, you mean you did an appeal in what court?
In the same court that I got
That's
the
not an
speeding ticket.
appeal. You can't do it. You have to
Okay.
go up to a higher court to do an exact appeal. So if you feel like time has reached itself, in order for you to open the case back up, you need to do a motion to vacate the judgment based upon whatever. Let them make a decision upon that motion, and then after that, you go to do an appeal to the next highest court.
Okay, because they told me I had to first do it in that court, like the lower
No,
court,
they telling you
the circuit,
you have to
whatever.
give a notice of appeal. So if you see, it's like this. You got the district court, which handles the actual traffic ticket. So obviously you in the county, right? Since you said that.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
that was in Hernando County, Florida.
So now you got that district, and then from there it goes up to the circuit court. The circuit court is where you're able to have like jury trial and stuff like that. And then from there you got the appellate court, from the appellate court to Supreme Court. But here's the thing though. This is what you got to realize about your situation. Does it say the state of whatever versus you on there?
Yeah, state of
Okay.
Florida.
And the prosecutor is hired by the state, and so is the actual judge hired by the state, right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean to you?
Well, I would say they're all together.
It's actually the states cannot be both the accuser and the judge in the same case. This is codified in Article 3, Title 28 USC
Yeah.
455. And also you have to really know this, right? They cannot do this.
Right.
So when the state, through prosecutors, police, agencies, and brings an accusation and act as the party to the controversy as an interest litigant, that means now that takes away the impartiality of the case. And you don't want that. So that violates Amendment 5. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty without due process of law. That violates due process of law. Also, you got Amendment 14, Section 1. No state shall deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. So that's the 5th Amendment and the 14th Amendment. Article 3 and 1, judicial power is vested in the courts, not executive officers. So they're not, all of these people are forms of the executive officers. They're hired. Right? So what you need is to make sure, so you can also put that in there and you can challenge that because that
In the
took
motion?
away the impartiality of the court. It was never supposed to be in that court in the first place.
Okay, so first thing would be to do a motion
Vacate.
to vacate whatever the first appeal. It said per curum. That's what they said. So I looked it up and it means they agree with the lower court, which was got found guilty of speeding
So
and
hold on. So you did appeal to the circuit court, and now you need to take what you said in the circuit court to another court, correct?
yeah, I feel like where I
Okay,
did
so
the appeal
now
wasn't like equity.
Now all you
there.
can do is just go straight to the appeal to the next highest court. So forget all what I just said. I don't really even know what
Okay.
you filed in there to
Okay.
do into the court. What did you actually even say to get to an appeal? Like you said you got a traffic ticket, and how did you try to
I did a
represent?
notice of appeal.
Okay, so what I'm saying is let's go all the way back to the first court. What did you put in that court?
So I'll be honest, like fairly new to everything. I filed a lot of documents. I did
The only thing that you needed to
for
file was either a motion to dismiss because you're going to dismiss it because they have no jurisdiction, personal jurisdiction, and things of that nature, or you give some type of affirmative and defense answer. There's only two documents that you need to start with, one or the other.
I did several motions to dismiss, and they
You only
it
need
just
one.
got ignored.
Yeah, what you mean ignored? You said ignored.
Well,
That's a different word than denied.
okay.
So
Yeah,
which
the
one
motion got denied. Yeah, and
Okay.
The judge was a real tyrant.
So now, based upon now, what was your reason for appeal?
My reason for appeal, well, I put in there just related to the motions that I was filing.
Yeah, but
My right to travel, no injured party, things like that. Like the judge never really heard any of the motions.
it's got to be dealing with due process of law is what I'm getting at. So, did you appeal to the court because you still saying they violated due process of law for what particular reason? What violation did they even do to you? They gave you a ticket for what? What was the tickets for?
Speeding,
Speeding.
allegedly.
So did you tell them to
No one was
produce?
injured, no accidents.
Listen, none of that shit matters. Did you tell them to produce the speed gun, the speed gun
Yeah,
calibration log?
yeah, I requested all of that and
And you did
they
that in
they
a
did
and
it.
you did it in a motion for production of this.
No, I included the motion to dismiss and like I just kind of bundled everything in
You
there,
can't
but
do
I
that.
didn't do
A
a
motion to dismiss is just a motion to dismiss alone for that particular reason. If that's denied, then boom.
okay.
Now, since you're not going to dismiss this, then now we got to give an affirmative answer. So you got to
Hmm.
answer to it, and then basically you can say it's a violation of due process of law for whatever type of reason that you want to say, right? Then you go into the
Okay.
motion of discovery, right?
Yeah,
So your
I didn't follow that
affidavit is
pathway.
considered evidence. Then you go into the motion of discovery, which is the motion of production of you want the officers bond to make sure they was operating lawfully, that they got their oath. You also want productions of the calibration log of the speed gun, was it calibrated that day, etc. Like you got to know all, you want to know all of that. And what we're messing with is due process. And when we start messing with due process and they can't prove these things, they didn't produce these particular things on the record. Now you preserve the record. When it's time to send it up to appeal, the appeal is going to see you ask for these things. They were never given to you in production. So therefore, they have no way of proving that you were speeding.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't follow those pathways and then I ended up getting another ticket somewhere else. And this cop, they had this radar in the back, a rear radar. So he pulled me over. I was behind him. He pulled me over saying that his rear radar caught me speeding when I switched lanes. And I asked, I didn't express myself correctly, but I did ask about the gun and it was in court and he was like, yeah, I calibrated it. And I asked about his training and
Yeah, but
yeah,
see, that's
that
hearsay.
also got
We don't got no
denied.
proof that you calibrated. So I need production of that on the record. We need that. We need the log of that. What
Yeah.
day was it? What is the procedures of calibrating the gun so we all can understand and make sure it was done right. And then even on top of that, we still need the statistics of the failure of these speed guns. How often do they fail? Like it's a lot that we can get digging deep into that they have to come and produce for the record. So that's what I'm saying. Be very strict on what you want and what you want to see and what
Mhm.
you want to make them happen and have to prove. Because them just saying, yeah, I calibrated the gun. I mean, shit. Who's going to take that for an answer? We need proof. Your mouth saying anything is
Yeah, and this
just.
cop, he's so
So that's part of it too. That as well as what I was saying about impartial judicial and things like that is stuff that you should have been more focused on. But I mean, the way the situation is now,
yeah,
take it. You can learn from it. It's other things that you could possibly do. But again, I would have to see. I can't really tell you exactly what to do or what to say because I don't know what you actually filed and put in the actual case to say, okay, oh, you did this, they didn't do this right according to due process, so do this.
right.
So I'm not really given that opportunity to see that, to say what's what.
Yeah, I put in there motion to dismiss related to constitutional rights violation. Um Article 6, Clause 2, I included some of that stuff and the right to travel freely unencumbered. And yeah, they got dismissed, but I did include due process on there. But I didn't follow the steps like as far as, the motion for production.
Yeah, that's part of due
So
process.
I
That's
think
your
that's
right of
where
due process is discovery. So we got to make sure that we take control of those things. And even just like I said, that what you did started off as a bench trial, and it has a criminal prosecution in its own way. So all the adjudications of criminal prosecution literally has to be in a impartial jury court. Like it has to be that way. And if it's not, then the procedures are violation of due process, as we just said. And you takes away the impartiality because, again, the state cannot be the judge, the prosecutor, and the beneficiary within a proceeding.
Right. Right. Yeah. I had some other pieces, but not everything was adding up. So I'm definitely, I already paid the ticket and everything, so I'll definitely take this and learn from it.
Oh, okay. So if you did pay the ticket though, you still could have done whatever taxes. I would have hit their ass with the taxes. Still, but that's another
Yeah.
thing to talk about. But what I will say is just on this part is like I don't know if you have the Defend and Conquer class, but that'll be a great class for you to really look at.
Sounds good. I think I'm gonna check if I do have that one. If not, I'll be grabbing it. Thank you so much. I
I,
appreciate it. God bless and appreciate your family and everything you're doing.
I appreciate you as well. Thank you. John Lyon, what's up?
Yo, what's up, my brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, I just
Well, you going fading out.
fading out.
Now we hear you. Go ahead.
You hear me? Okay, yeah, yesterday I got a dismissal on Capital One. Um, yeah, I had first did a motion to squash. I had seen the case just on the state website, while I was working on another case. So I guess I must have jumped in too early and put a motion to squash. They said it's still within the 120 days or whatever. So like we had came to court and that's what happened. Like the judge kind of like put it off because I guess I filed it within the 120 days. I ain't know that, but I guess they got 120 days to serve you. So yeah, and then like after the 120 days, they never even pushed nothing in. Then the judge gave them 10 days to put in what they need to put in, and they ain't put nothing in. I put a motion to dismiss right after that. After them 10 days was up, I just got it back yesterday saying it's dismissed. So
And that's what I call due process and procedure. Congratulations.
yeah, yeah, my brother. And I just hit one not too long ago on the speeding ticket too. Like I just heard everything you saying. Like I requested all that stuff. Like the the request for production. That's important in that, man. The cop never even showed up to the court date. I guess I was hitting them all angles, man. Like they had to get that certified. I had to see the technician certify the gun. They ain't do none of that. They ain't have none of that. And I just was like hitting them everywhere I could. You know what I'm saying?
They had to dismiss it, didn't
Yeah, I got that dismissed as well.
So congratulations on that.
Yeah, they dismissed that too. Yeah, man, appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? I did have one question though about the accord of satisfaction. How long before I could do that? Like, I don't know, like just give a random scenario, like if I jump into something right now,
You can do a
maybe a
court of
car or something
satisfaction
like that.
whenever you want to. A court of satisfaction can be done at any time. If there's an unliquidated debt or if there's a dispute, you can always do a court of satisfaction. So that means if you owe somebody, you still can do a court of satisfaction. If you're disputing something, you can do a court of satisfaction. And after that, after upon their acceptance, they got 90 days.
Okay, okay. So like, I don't know. I guess like the first bill I get, I could do it then,
Yeah, if
and
it's like I
then wait
said,
the 90
if
days.
somebody's saying unliquidated and that you owe, yes, you can do it.
All right, my brother. I appreciate it, man. Bless that up.
Oh yeah, man. All love and glad to hear your success, man. Congratulations for sure. All praise to the Most High.
Sure, bro. Bless.
All right, Ricardo, we back at you. What's up?
I wanted to tell you, I forgot to mention this testimony, but I had this is the second time that I was able to do it. I'm in the second suit with Capital One as well, and they started to report, even though they already had closed the account, even though they had already done. They never showed up to court. They haven't been doing anything. So I hit them with default judgment and left it there. And when I went to go to this court date, I checked up on that one. They still hadn't responded. So they're just waiting on the judge to be able to like set it all off or whatever the case might be. But they messed up my credit. So once they messed up my credit, I went back again. This is the second time because I got I think it was called, what was it, credit warfare. The credit before this one, the credit slayer before this one, I think you had another one. I still had that one. Yeah, and I used that one to be able to refix it again. I got my credit right back up to 758. Half of it didn't go yet, so I started sending it to the other half, which is the Equifax and TransUnion side. But the other ones deleted it. They fixed that side of it. So once I seen that, yeah, 758. 758 is where I'm at.
Authorized representative.
Take you with me, man. Yeah. So yeah. I did have one question. Yeah, I had one question. When you say judicial notice, right? I tried the judicial notice the very first time, which was, matter of fact, it was yesterday. I tried going in there and giving a judicial notice, but they didn't want to take it in the manner that I had it because of the way that I had titled it, and they said that it was looking like it was coming from the courts and not from me. So I had to like basically retitle it as a motion. And when I did that,
then they have to take it.
All right, I just want to make sure that I did that
remember,
correct.
move
All right,
the
that's
court.
it.
Anything you want the court to hear, do, or at any time, because remember, they can't see, but they can't hear. It's blind justice, right? So you got to move the court so they can have a what? Hearing. So move the court. That's what you want to do.
Got you. Yes, I see it now. Okay. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, guys, do not forget, you get 2 raffle tickets. You get a free ebook of your choice: The Foreclosure, the Killing the Presumption of Death, or the Creditor Slayer. Okay, if you spend 60, you get all 3. Right, that gives you at least 6 tickets, 3 free ebooks, or you can get 10 and get all 3 free ebooks, as well as along with a free class of your choice of a work session class on our website. Okay. Don't forget about the early bird special that we have going on with the Lawful Money. You got up until November the 13th for that. But if you get the early bird special today, you automatically get those 3 ebooks for free and a ticket as well. A chance to win a 2026 Toyota Camry and cash prizes. So that's what that's for. And that giveaway will be February the 21st, 2026. I will say this, guys. Season 7 has been great. I'm ready for 8. We're going to take a week off. So we're going to miss next Monday and Wednesday. And then after that, we'll come back, which I said was what? The 8th? What day is that? The 9th, y'all? What day we said we come back? Y'all remember?
The 10th.
Okay.
I think it was the 8th.
Nah,
Yeah, the 10th.
So we'll be here the
Yeah,
10th.
the 10th is that Monday.
Yeah, we'll be back the 10th on season 8. Right? So they give y'all some time, get yourself together. If you already in here, that means you have the link. You do not have to send us anything saying you want to make sure you're in season 8. You just going to be here. Just come in here. Only thing, it will be told today, so be looking for the link for that particular time. And if you're not, okay, if you're not on the in our email list right now, you need to send an email to admin@ingodwetrustacademy.org. Again, that's admin@ingodwetrustacademy.org. And when you do that, that is going to allow you to be on our list to receive links, free giveaways that we do, all that different type of stuff as well. Now, I also want to say to everybody that helped the family and everything like that, I appreciate you guys always for y'all diligence that y'all do when it comes to, helping people and stuff like that. So appreciate you guys on that as well. So thank you. Man, season 7, great 2 days. Great thing to hear from a lot of you guys. A lot of growth in you guys. Keep going. Don't stop. Be ready for season 8. Also, remember the first of the year we have the criminal course. The criminal law course is going to be a 30-day course. All right. So the flyer will be going up for that in the 1st of November. So you guys can be getting ready for that. We're going to do it during the weekdays. So you'll have your weekends off, but it's going to be a 30-day course. And we're going to go through everything. Everything of what the criminal court involves, how to go through it, how to put in motions, how to do objections. We're going to make sure you know all of it in every second of learning how to find witnesses and do depositions and asking the right questions and stuff like that. So it's going to be long. It's 500 something pages. Yes, it took me a while to do it, but we got it put together. It took me almost a year of putting this book together. And yes, it's all lawful. It comes from a lot of information from just, statutes, codes, procedures, as well as just from other lawful books that I have had and just, taking those information and make it more accessible and easier to you to have it all in one book for yourself. So yes, we're going to have a video recorded for every last one of them. It's going to be templates and stuff like that. Yes, you're going to learn to do your own motions. Yes, you will be graded up on these things and receive certificates as well too when you do join in, right? So do know that, okay? Other than that, guys, it's been great, man. I appreciate you guys. If you had to rate season 7, what would you rate it?
Top of the line, man. Infinity.
Absolutely.
Climbing the ladder of success,
Incredible.
Well, I am ready, so I must go and prepare a table for y'all. Because season 8 coming. So I gotta go.
Hey, look, on that
man.
on that credit warfare, if I buy the 75 book, I still gotta pay the 30 for the ebook separate. So I was looking at that.
Yeah, the ebooks, the 3 ebooks that I'm giving away is what they is. They was literally intended to be used for this purpose. So, whatever else that you guys do is just, kind of like on your own. So you can either wait till we do a half off day or a percentage day, but otherwise, it's just what it is right now.
Oh, yeah,
What if we already caught the lawful class before today?
Just know the love always come back around some type of way. it always come back around some type of way, man. Just know it do. Right? So, man, if you already bought it, then won't you get one of your peoples and say, hey, man, I know what some tickets at for sale. You can get a chance for it with free card. Tell them to come get one of these tickets and you get the ebooks.
Okay.
You feel me? You can make it work. We can make it work.
I started posting on my Instagram, man. I'm trying to push you forward for sure, man. Thank you. I appreciate everything.
I'm ready to give away this card, man, because I'm telling you. And the goal
I'm
is,
coming for it.
We giving the car away this time. Maybe it's a house next time. Who knows? But we definitely giving away this car. So we're gonna see how this goes. I can't wait to do the vendors in the pop-up shop just to see how y'all gonna be there. So if you are a vendor and want to be a part of it, it is gonna be here in Huntsville, Alabama. Again, if the weather permits us not to have it at the end of February, we will move it to the first opportunity we get in the spring, which is in March. So just to let you know, we will let you know in advance because February can get rough down here at the South with black ice, and hey, we don't need y'all not knowing how to drive, right? So y'all have a great one, man. I appreciate it as always. To the rest of y'all that lock in with me, I usually be on TikTok probably about 11:30 or 12 tonight. Peace, love, and law. Y'all have a great one.
Thank you. Peace, love, and love.